Good morning, listeners. I am Yusuf Salihu Kala with the continuation of the Hausa's English novel called I Found Love in His Eye. Last time we stopped where Zainab said, Mufida, she always tell me to avoid her brother because he can mean sometimes. Though she tried showing me he have a good side that I will love someday. And she also advised that I should always pray in every situation I find myself. We'll continue with the chapter 12. I did not had any correct discussing such with Ismail. He continued picking me up at work when I resumed work and we will just gist on our way home. Ismail is very lovely and indeed a gentleman. He understood me so much that he could tell if anything was wrong with me. Zainab, is anything wrong with you? He asked. No, I am okay, wallahi, me kagani. What did you see? I replied him. You look so worried 2 days. Please tell me what is making you worried. I hate to see you this way. It is few days to our POP. I just want everything to work out so that we will start making our marriage arrangement, he replied. Instead of being happy, his words hit me so deep and I became more puzzled. How will I tell the poor soul that there is possibility that things may not work out between us? I smiled halfway and nodded with agreement. We said our goodbyes and I rushed back home. I entered and saw Blessing lying on the floor. I helped her up and she complained that she was having stomachache. I volunteered to cook for the house even though she insisted that she could do it. I took my time to cook curry rice with chicken vegetable sauce, and I was extra careful to bring out a food that will meet everybody's taste in the house. I was mopping and arranging the parlor when Yusuf entered. He stared at me so deep that I could bet he was surprised to see me doing some housework. Blessing is sick, and I told her to take the day off, I said before he could even open his mouth to talk. Do you mind if I help you with some? He asked. I said thank you, but I am almost done, I replied him. Please do not run away after Margaret because we have important issues to discuss with Abba. I nodded and I was scared because I know that our day will soon be fixed. I finished 2 rakats and I prayed to Allah to ease our affairs. I went downstairs and everyone talked about how nice the meal was and how they really enjoyed it. I could not help but blush. I sat down with them as they ate and gisted. Uncle Sanusi cleared his throat and told us that he wanted to see me and Yusuf after Isha. I don't have the courage and charisma to go upstairs and pray. I stayed in the sitting room and waited for them to come back from mosque. We all sat on the floor while he sat on the couch. I called you both to know what exactly you two plan for each other. Zainab, you have been a good girl, and likewise your mother. She brought you up in the most decent way, and all what we can say is Alhamdulillah. Yusuf is my son, he added, pointing at Yusuf. I raised him up and made him be the man he is today. Few years back, he finished school and wanted getting married. As Allah plans ahead of us, his girlfriend died in a car accident. I looked at Yusuf and I could see where all his attitude were coming from. The story made him revive all memories because I could tell from his mood. Uncle Sanusi looked at me and continued his deceased girlfriend's sister. Zainab wanted him to marry her, but she had dubious characters to look into. We were told and also confirmed that she had abortions severally and she still sees men of high societal rank. I personally told her father that we had someone for him before he met Mariam because we want to save him from Zainab's character. I now see why Yusuf told me not to interfere in their issue when we pick up Mufida and Rahila that day. I thought to myself, Uncle Sanusi excused himself and it was only me and Yusuf remaining in the sitting room. Yusuf's head was still down and I moved slowly toward him. Yaya Yusuf, wallahi ina son Ismail. I sincerely love Ismail, I said while looking at him endlessly. We don't have to go into something just because our parents want us to. We are in the 21st century. Instead of getting married together, we can be cool friends and make the best out of everything. Yaya Yusuf, I want to ask you for a favor. He raised his head this time around. Please, Yaya, I want your support. I promise to make you lively as you were before the tragedy happened. I will make my remaining days memorable to both of us. I promise I will be your good sister and a friend, but I just want your support concerning my relationship with Ismail. I do not know how I will break up the news of breaking up with him. Please save me, Yusuf. I pleaded with all my strength. You really do love him, don't you? He asked. I blushed and looked away. I am planning for a program of 1 year's duration. I will make sure I convince both our parents to let you be with the one you love. I blushed as I looked at his zero tension mood. We said our goodbyes and I went straight to the room to call Ismail. It has been a week and I have not seen Yusuf around the house. My POP was around the corner and I needed to discuss 1 or 2 things with him before going to Kano to meet Baba. I searched everywhere and he was nowhere to be found. I later saw him in his car sitting alone when I lost hope of finding him that day. Yaya Yusuf, I have been looking everywhere for you and you were nowhere to be found. For the first time, he looked happy and friendly. Have a seat with me, please, Zainab. He opened the car door. I was so confused and wondered what it may be. I got admission for a program in Switzerland. I will be leaving in 2 months' time. Is that why you are happy? Yes, Zainab. This time around, he held my hands into his. I looked at our hands and I could feel chill over my body. I am sorry, he said as he released my hand. I don't think I will come back anytime soon. When I leave Niger, it will be perfect and enough excuse for you to get married when I am gone for long. The idea is super perfect, I said. You have saved me this stress of convincing uncle and other. Wallahi. I jumped out of the car and I was super happy. Listeners, subscribe to our channel for the full story. Have a good day.